We are closely watching all of the races happening across Western Washington on this election night. The first numbers are in, and we have some candidates already declaring victory. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Wright.
And I'm Joyce Taylor. Thanks for being here. We have team coverage with live updates on some key races for Seattle's city attorney, Tacoma mayor, King County Council District number 3, and Seattle mayor.
That's where we begin our team coverage with King 5's Chris Daniels. So, Chris, tonight Seattle has a new mayor.
Yeah, King 5 News is projecting that Bruce Harrell is the mayor-elect in the city of Seattle. Talking with Harrell over the campaign trail, he has told me that his life story has prepared him for this moment. His mother, Japanese-American, a internment camp survivor. His father, African-American, grew up in the Central District, took in the Harrell family into the Central District at a time of redlining in Seattle. And now King 5 is making the projection in Bruce Harrell himself as the next mayor of the city of Seattle. I heard you make some ambitious claims through the course of the campaign about homelessness camps, camps that have been problems in various communities in Seattle, and potentially cleaning up, whether it be Broadview, Thompson, or others by January, February. Do you still intend to do that?
We're going to be very aggressive. I have to inventory exactly what the city has in terms of their resources. They're going through the budget now, so we will be aggressive about moving people out of parks and out of playgrounds into housing. We're going to publish the plan. Everything that I said on the campaign trail, I will be accountable for. So yes, absolutely.
Lorena Gonzalez, the other candidate in this race, told supporters tonight that she wants to wait for more votes to come in. It is a known fact in the city of Seattle that late voters tend to trend to the left, tend to trend towards the progressive candidates. But the reason why Harrell is so confident tonight is we are talking about a 30-point gap. We have not seen a race like this for mayor or any of the council races in the last few years. And then when you look at the city attorney's race as well, and the council race with Sarah Nelson and Nikita Oliver, there are people in this room tonight who believe there has been a mandate laid out in the city of Seattle to get back more towards the center. That's going to be one of the storylines we'll continue to follow here in the next few days. But for now, live in Seattle's Belltown neighborhood, I'm Chris Daniels, King 5 News.
Chris, thank you. With Lorena Gonzalez running for mayor, that opened Seattle City Council seat 9, one of those at-large positions. And we're calling that race as well for Sarah Nelson over Nikita Oliver. You can see the results here. Nelson ahead by 20 percentage points.
Tonight, a lot of eyes are on one King County Council race. Kathy Lambert and challenger Sarah Perry for position number 3. So let's take a look. You can see the numbers there on the screen, or at least I'm kind of blocking the numbers there on the screen. King 5's Callie Greenberg has been tracking. She's live in Redmond. So, Callie, this looked like it was going to be close. Then a controversial flyer showed up in mailboxes.
Right, and I talked to Sarah Perry here at her viewing party earlier tonight about that flyer. She acknowledged that it likely played a role. It was a flyer where she was being depicted as a puppet controlled by Gurmai Zahalai. Now, Kathy Lambert sent out those flyers. She did receive a lot of backlash, lost some endorsements over that. But what Sarah Perry tells me is that it was back in the primary when Kathy Lambert received only 40% of the primary vote. That is when Perry here said she saw an opportunity that this district was looking for change. Let's take a look once again at the results that we have so far. As you can see right now, Perry is leading by more than 3,000 votes. When I spoke to her earlier this evening about these results, she said she was in shock. Now, Perry is a small business owner who's worked as an executive at a nonprofit. Her husband, Bill Ramos, is a current Democratic member of the state legislature. She did announce she was running for this position about 10 months ago and says that her goal is to bring the East Side together as one of the fastest growing areas of King County.
We have an opportunity to really bring these voices together to shape who we are together for the next 10 years. And we're talking about the roads and flooding and transit, but, you know, from a multi-county standpoint, a regional standpoint.
So for the King County Council race, this is a very significant race here because this vote, if Perry takes this seat, it means a major change for the East Side. Kathy Lambert has been in this position for 20 years. Now, when I spoke to Lambert tonight, she voiced concerned that this nonpartisan position has become more political recently. She says she's been proud of the work she's done for the East Side, including distributing more than 18,000 face masks through the pandemic.
So my views will be different because the people I represent are not downtown Seattle people. And so it's been a pleasure to represent my people. And it hasn't always been popular.
Now, as I mentioned, I did speak with both of those candidates tonight, and one thing that they both said is that here on the East Side in recent years, what they've noticed is that there's definitely been a demographic change. Live in Redmond tonight, Callie Greenberg, King 5 News.
Callie, thank you. Another race that we are calling King County Executive Dow Constantine will keep his position for a fourth term now over challenger Joe Wynn.
We will have much more election coverage throughout this newscast, focusing on the key races, including Tacoma mayor and Seattle city attorney. King 5 political analysts Ron Sims and Scott McClellan will also weigh in on the results so far. And if you'd like to keep up on all the races, it's super easy. Just text the word VOTE to 206-448-4545. We'll send you a link to all the numbers.